the country, and we'll land in Las Vegas. How's Las Vegas American? Well, Las Vegas doesn't exist until the 20th century, and then it's created by someone who says, let's build something here. It's a new thing, an entirely new thing. And in Las Vegas, you might say, what's more American than being treated not according to your last name? It doesn't matter who you are, but it matters how much money you have. That seems to be American. Where else? Well, I'm a Midwestern boy myself. How about taking to a small Midwestern town? What are we going to see there about the real America? Local communities, hardworking people, cultivating and tilling the land, as Americans have been doing since the very beginning. Sense of pride in place, a sense of connection to each other, all very American things as well. Or how about some wide open Western land? Let's go out to the Grand Canyon. Let's go out to places in the West where the eye meets no limitation on the horizon. Let's see those places. Let's get a sense of how the geography of the United States affected our development as a country and who we are as Americans. All of those are good ideas. All of those, I think you'd see something of what the real America is. But my argument for this whole course, starting here in topic 1, is if we want to see the real America, there's some place we have to go to start. It's kind of an unlikely place. Some people might have been thinking, well, let's go to Washington, D.C. Sure, let's go to Washington, D.C., but where in Washington would we go to see the real America? Some people will say, well, let's go to the White House. That's the central part of our government. That's where so much power is, and an office which we all respect so highly. Okay, not a bad idea. What about the Congress? Let's go to Capitol Hill. That's, after all, the lawmaking branch. Let's see where the people's business is conducted on a day-to-day basis. How about the Supreme Court? So many important decisions are made there that affect the lives of America and really shape who we are as a country. But my argument for this topic today and for this whole course is we should go to another place in Washington, D.C. Let's start at a place where not as many people go. It's not as popular a tourist site, but it's a place that all Americans should go to and visit if they can, and certainly should understand the things that are there. And that's the National Archives. Whenever I take students to go and visit Washington, D.C., that's our first stop on our trip. Before we go anywhere else and see any of the other sites or monuments, that's the place. Why the National Archives? Because in there, you see the documents that make America what it was and what it is and what it will be. The documents that articulate the ideas and the principles that were alive in Boston in 1775, that were animating those who gathered in Philadelphia in 1776 and in 1787 for the Constitution, that give life and breath to the melting pot of New York City and the vibrant energy of those places, that make possible a new creation like Las Vegas, that inhabit the hearts and minds of people in those small Midwestern towns, and that are so consistent and friendly to the vast, wide-open spaces of places out west. It's those documents and what they articulate that make America what it is. That's the argument that I'm going to try and work through with you all, and hopefully we'll be able to make some progress in understanding why that's so and understanding what some of those principles are. If we want to understand those principles and the documents that articulate them in the National Archives, maybe we need to understand first what makes America an unusual, interesting, unique country. We find some argument for that in the very first of the Federalist Papers, Federalist No. 1, written by Alexander Hamilton. It was the first in a series of 85 newspaper articles written by Alexander Hamilton, James Madison, and John Jay, quite a collection of thinkers and statesmen who got together in New York to try to write newspaper articles that